See that Mary doesn't know what to do, doesn't even understand what's going on, and yet he submitted herself. Even Joseph, he wanted to divorce Mary quietly, and yet because of the angel, he submitted himself and take Mary as his wife. Although, as the story said, they never slept together. They probably slept together, but they didn't touch each other until Jesus was born. And we know the story that after that, there's a lot of brothers of Jesus. Well, that's another story, but I'm glad that those prophecies were came to fruition. As my second PowerPoint is saying that the actual event happened, the birth of Jesus, and we are somehow in this season already. Christmas is upon us. And I don't know what's in your mind, what's going in your house. I know that somehow we are enjoying ourselves, getting busy, getting hectic about Christmas. We are almost always commercialized by all those commercials. And somehow my prayer, my pledge to you is that we make Christmas a spiritual celebration, and that is we don't have to go what the world's doing right now. They are almost forgetting what the reason is for this season, and as we go on with the birth of Jesus, we know that you know this story. You know that Luke's story is about the birth of Jesus. Luke chapter 2. If I would recommend to you, it's a little long story to tell you about it, but read it on your quiet time. Also, Matthew chapter 1. It's a little long, and you read it in your quiet time. Those are the stories that you devote on, or make it your devotional. And sooner or later you would find out that reading this will give you peace, will give you joy, and will give you what you wanted to do with the season. And also, as the story goes of the birth of Jesus, we know that an angel came to the shepherd during those times. Some say that the birth of Jesus, the shepherd during those times, were out there in the evening. Some say that it was springtime when this happened. We don't know. But they were out there, and the evening was not cold, was not freezing to them, but they were out there tending their sheep. And that was how some people, some messengers said that it was springtime. I was wondering why we did it on December. If you would, in my opinion, if you would allow me, December, November, or January and all that, those are winter months. Winter months are lonely months. You cuddle yourself in your bed, or you don't want to keep going out. And yet, December, they made it the birth of Jesus. I'm not putting any blame on the government, but it makes some sense that December, or the birth of Jesus, was spent on this season just because it's a lonely month. And to make everyone enjoy and do their going out and shopping, they made it December. And it probably makes sense, right? Amen? Come on, don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me. And when the shepherd heard this angel telling them about the birth of Jesus, they were so afraid. And yet the angels calmed them down and told them about the birth of Jesus. And so they rushed to the stable. They rushed to where they found Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. It's like a curse. They found the baby Jesus, and they were so amazed that Jesus was that Jesus that was supposed to be a baby was a king. And when they get out of the stable, they told everybody they can tell about Jesus. They were rejoicing. They were joyous and full of gladness that a king before them is born. Can you imagine that? Like right here, a king would be born, that an angel would tell us about it, and I don't know what, you probably would cross your hand. Oh, what were they saying? But then it was something about an angel telling them of a good story, a great joy that they will have, because the king is born unto them. And another of my PowerPoint, the first one was expectation, because of the prophecy, because of the promise. And I told you about those stories about those prophecies already. And then the second one is the event, the actual event of the birth of Jesus. And my third PowerPoint would be excitement. Come on, guys. Get excited. Christmas is upon us. The birth of Jesus is come. And now we have to enjoy ourselves with this Christmas. There's excitement on the birth of Jesus during those times. How will that happen? There's these three wise men with the three, always called three kings. But they were actually wise men. They were astrologers from the east, from Babylon. They were wise men that work on the skies, and they heard about the prophecy about the star in I think it was in Numbers 24:17. That it was proclaimed that there will be a star, and that star was the one that would lead them as they from Babylon or from the east to Bethlehem. And somehow along the way they thought it was Herod, the king, who knows about it. And Herod, who was the king, was so jealous about it, but didn't do anything, and then just let them go and tell the wise men that once you found him, tell me, go back and tell me. And the excitement of these wise men was when they saw Jesus. Actually, we saw the picture in those Christmas cards that the wise men were in a stable with Jesus. But actually, if you would read the Bible, they found Jesus in a house already, not in a stable. So that was something that we should know. That because we're used to those Christmas cards that picture the wise men in a stable. Jesus was already in a house. They probably bought another house already.